Hey, everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Thursday, August the 7th, and it's a beautiful morning here in Pennsylvania, nice and cool, sort of Septemberish. But we're going to be back in the heat by next week. Well, happy birthday today. Happy birthday to the one and only, she's turning the big 5, Charlize Theron, whatever. You know her. She's the tall blonde from South Africa, and she's striking. How gorgeous she is. The big 5-0. Do you remember turning the big 5-0? I do. I don't think I had much. I don't think I had a problem. People act like, I'm turning 50, the world is over. Just that's it. Casting your chips, and I'm done. No. Yeah, there is life after 50. Trust me, I'm here. And, Charlize Theron, she's so successful. Anything she does is a success. And think about it. Oh my God. She's young, beautiful, and rich, and single. What more can you want? But, yeah, so happy birthday to her. South African. I was reading a little bit about her. And she grew up kind of poor, in South Africa. And came to New York and wanted to be an actress, but struggled a lot. Her mother really supported her during her early days trying to find work as an actress. First in New York City, and then she flew out to California, and she struggled out there. But she was living in a motel for $300 a month. She didn't have money to eat. She would go into restaurants. Now get this, that she would steal their bread from, how they bring you like the bread in the little baskets there, and yeah, so she would go in, maybe have a glass of water or something, and they bring her the bread, and she hoards the bread. She puts the bread maybe in her blouse or something, and takes it back home, and that's what she's living on. And so she really had it tough, And guess what? So she goes to the bank to cash a check because her mother, who lived in South Africa, said, "All right, if you need to get your act together here, and really go for it. If you want to be an actress, you have to go for it." So her mother financed her to get her little ass out to California and look for work. Well, what happened was fate. Isn't fate something? Some things are just meant to be. She was at the bank cashing a check from her mother. And the bank did not want to cash that check because Charlize Theron was a South African resident. Now, since then, she's become an American resident along with her South African residency. Anyway, she's there cashing the check. And the bank is telling her, no can do, no. They won't cash it. The guy in back of her, get this, happens to be a talent agent because they're out there in Hollywood. He ends up helping her with the money and gives Charlize Theron his card. Madame, my cook. And she looks him up, big bang boom, she gets some work. Then she falls into another talent agent, big bang boom, gets scripts. All of a sudden, she's got jobs, and she's becoming famous. So if she wasn't in that bank, think about that, cashing her check, and if they didn't give her such a hard time cashing the damn check, she may have never, ever broken into the movies. But hey, that's the way life is, right? You just don't know. Anyway, she's very strict. 5'10". 5'10". Oh my God. You know the old saying, well, tall drink of water. You remember that old saying? She's a tall drink of water. But there's also another one saying called, I said, I would park my shoes under her bed any day. And that's an old, oh God, that's an old saying. When I worked at the nursing home, I was one of the social workers. I remember one day I was in the dining room, just whatever, looking around, and a lot of the people are getting ready to eat lunch. So there's this one old lady in a wheelchair there, and she's watching the TV. And all of a sudden, on comes the noon news, 12 o'clock news. And at that time, the anchor was Jim Gardner. Now, if you guys are around the Philadelphia area, you know who Jim Gardner is. He's like this famous guy, newscaster. He's since retired, but everybody still knows who Jim Gardner is. Good looking man, salt and pepper hair, that mustache, blue eyes. He sort of looks like me. Anyway, so she's watching Jim Gardner. They're getting ready for lunch. And I'm going by, and all of a sudden she says to no one in particular, he could park his shoes under my bed any day. Well, there you go, right? And it's true. It's true. So when I met Jim Gardner one time at a play, and I told him that story because he was also there was maybe it was the same lady, maybe it was. Now I think about it, she was such a huge Jim Gardner fan. I, as the social worker, contacted Jim Gardner and said, Jim, would you be so kind to send this lady an autographed picture? It would really make her life, yeah. And he was nice enough to send a glossy photo, which he autographed and everything. And she loved it. She loved it. She kept that picture by her side all the time. So anyway, so yeah, that's that old saying. Park your shoes under my bed any day. So happy birthday, Charlize Theron. I can't say your name, but you know who you are. I think it was like 2002. She won an Oscar for the movie Monsters. Remember Monsters? She played this serial killer prostitute in Florida. And she was scary in that, wasn't she? And that's really an Oscar so far. But she always gets really juicy roles, really good roles. And she was named back in 2016, Time Magazine, one of the 100 most influential people in the world. And they're not just talking actresses and actors. They're not just talking people in show business. They're talking everybody, politicians, doctors, scientists, whatever. She made the list. So anyway, Charlize Theron, I hope you have a happy birthday. I hope you have cake. Let her eat cake. Anyway, yesterday I was at the Phillies game again. They played the Baltimore Orioles. And it's always fun. It's always fun when the Orioles come to town, or when we go down to Camden Yards and play down there. So now Baltimore's having a tough year. It must be a really sad summer for those Oriole fans down there. But they came up, there was a bunch of Oriole fans at the park yesterday. And they maybe made the drive up I-95, or they were here for the week, for the 3 games that the Orioles were in town. But Phillies lost again, of course, because I was there. It's a bad trend this year. What the hell? There was one year I went to probably like 10 Phillies games that summer, and they won just about every one. the very least, they were 9-1. It was a roll and run roll. And I really thought, oh, it's because I'm there. I'm giving them good vibes, you know? The vibes are coming off me. And usually, you know, I see 10, 12 games a year. And Phillies usually, they play well at home. So they're going to win at least half of these games, probably more. And I'm going to see more victories than I'm going to see defeats. But this year's different. I don't know what it is. I must be bad luck because I was there when they played the Tigers and Tarek Skubal, they lost. I was there when they played the Angels a couple weeks ago, Mike Trout and company, they lost. Yesterday, I'm there against the Baltimore Orioles, they lost. Well, I'm thinking I better stay away from the playoffs, you know? I mean, I want the Phillies to get into the World Series and win the freaking World Series. Anyway, it's always fun to go to the park, though. It was needed because, you know, I'm still bouncing back from the kidney stone surgeries that I had recently. So I'm feeling good. I'm peeing. I am peeing. What a great feeling to pee, isn't it? No, seriously. This is the first time I've been without kidney stones in probably at least a good 30 years. At least because they found out I actually had kidney stones around in the late 80s, I believe. And ever since then, it's always been, all right, you got a stone here and there, blah, blah, blah. We're just going to watch this one, let sleeping stones lie. If it becomes too much of a pain in the kidney, we'll deal with it, you know. So for the first time in like all these years, not to have kidney stones is a great feeling. No, I feel good. I feel really good. And I'm happy that I'm able to pee. So anyway, it was fun to go to the ballpark with my brother Kat and play and watch little afternoon baseball. I always think about it. I like to go to the afternoon games during the week. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sitting here watching the ball game, just chilling, 12:30 in the afternoon. Beautiful day, taking in everything. 42,000 people were there along with me. And I'm thinking, people are at work right now. And here I am, sitting my ass at the ball game, enjoying the Phillies, right? There you go. There you go. So it was fun. I have one more game left in the year. They play the Seattle Mariners in a couple weeks, and I will be there for that. And then that's it, unless they go to the playoffs. Hopefully, I get into the lottery, and I'm lucky enough to hit the lottery and get some playoff tickets, but that's down the road. Speaking of which, tonight is the first game, technically, for our defending champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, the Eagles are playing tonight. They're playing, I haven't said that since what, February? And here we are deep into August. Yeah, Eagles are playing the Cincinnati Bengals down South Philadelphia tonight. So we'll see if the boys get off to a good start or not. Doesn't matter. I mean, to me, as long as nobody gets hurt, you know, practice is practice. So practice. Did you hear about that? Allen Iverson, whatever. Sixers are bringing back the old uniforms from back in the day when Iverson was at his zenith in Philadelphia. Remember the black jersey that said Sixers across the front? And yeah, they're bringing those uniforms back this year, which is like the one thing you have to look forward to the Sixers. I think they're going to stink. I really do. If I was a betting man, if I had a shekel or two, I would put the shekel on the under wins. Under. You know, I just don't think the Sixers are going to have a good year. They're starting off bad. I mean, Joel Embiid, they say he's still hurt. And Paul George had surgery during the off season. And what a way to start the year, you know? But anyway, I digress. I guess that's about it today, huh? I just want to say today is the 12th anniversary since my mom passed away. Happy anniversary up there, Mom. We miss you and we love you. 12 years. Time goes fast, doesn't it? So make the most of every moment you have today because time does zoom by. Everybody, peace and love, and enjoy your day. And I'll be back again sometime soon. Take care. Phillies are off today. Start a weekend series in Texas this weekend. Always tough to win down there for some reason. I don't know what it is. But whenever the Phillies go down to Texas, they generally lose the series. We'll see. I mean, they do have Sanchez pitching Friday night, Luzardo on Saturday, and Zach Wheeler on Sunday, who has a little shoulder discomfort there. They're saying it's not much, but I don't know. Yeah, it scares you. It scares you when they start talking about the shoulder there. But, well, let's hope for some good luck this weekend. Phillies and Rangers down in Texas. Go Eagles tonight. Preseason game or not. Beat the stinking Bengals. You're playing, you might as well win, right? That's what I say. And anyway, peace and love. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.